Hi everyone, it's Jena here and I'm absolutely thrilled to be guest designing for Bramble Fox this month. They are one of my favourite companies ever. I just love all their products and was absolutely thrilled to be given this opportunity. So this is the first of 3 projects I'll be creating this month. You'll see some of the gorgeous products that I use sort of throughout. And I can't wait to get started. So I've started off by using a beautiful piece of paper from the December 2021 Hip Kit Club, and I think the collection is called Big Chill. It's essentially a beautiful winter collection, and I just thought this paper would be perfect for doing some kind of sort of ombre hexagony design. So what I've done is I've started off by adhering this paper to my silhouette cutting mat, and I've just used a bunch of hexagons to create a kind of like a honeycomb sort of design. I'm not planning on using all of these hexagons, but I did want to just pop them in place so I can pick and choose which ones I want to use on this layout and which ones I don't. So obviously where this went sort of over my cutting mat, I did have to cut a few of the pieces out. But you can see now I have selected which pieces I want to use, and I'm just going to use my distressing tool just to rough the edges up ever so slightly and create a little bit more texture. I've picked up these 2 photos. They're fairly recent ones, I think taken a couple of months ago. My mum and I went out Christmas shopping, and we decided to stop off for some coffee and cake. So I thought the colours in these photos worked quite well with some of the photos in this backing piece. I'm just going to work my way through distressing the edges of these hexagons. I'll skip ahead in a minute so you don't have to see everything that I do, as it is quite repetitive, but as if by magic, here we are. We've got my design sorted, and I've also adhered. Oh, have I adhered them? Yes, I have. I have adhered these down. I've just used some double-sided tape. So I've got some spare bits of paper here that I'm going to use just to back my photos with. I don't think it's particularly a branded sort of piece of paper, but just some scraps that I had lying about, so I thought I'd use. So I'm just going to back those onto my photos just to create a subtle border around those. I'm also going to prop my photos up using some foam rectangles. I'd just like to add a little bit of height sort of with my photos, as it makes sort of sliding embellishments in a little bit easier. So I've pulled out the embellishments from the same Hip Kit Club. I've got the main kit and I've also got the embellishment kit here. I can't remember exactly what embellishments are from what kit, but I'm sure if you were interested and looked online, you'd probably be able to find out. So I've got a couple of chipboard frames that I'm using. I've tucked one behind each of my photos. I do struggle sometimes with frames, but I thought these were quite cute for sort of adding a little bit of layering, so I'm going to try work with those today. So you may have seen I pulled out this beautiful perspective. It's in a dark navy blue colour and it says family. I think I bought the pink one when that was available in the shop, or it was included in a Fox box. I can't really remember, but I really love this navy colour as well, and I thought it worked quite nicely with the colours in the paper. So I've provisioned it sort of down at the bottom of my page, but you will see it sort of move about in the video. So I bought some embellishments in then. So I've got some die cuts that I've positioned, and I've also got a couple of these adorable animals as well. So to the bottom left hand corner I've got one of the critters, what's the word, ice skating. Oh goodness me, I think I'm losing my mind a bit here. So yeah, one of them which is ice skating, and there's also a tiny little rabbit there just to the bottom of my right hand photo, which is also adorable. I think they'll be due in the shop any day soon, if they aren't already, but I will leave the link to them if they are available. So I'm just gonna sort of start sticking things down now. I've sort of provisionally put things in place just to try and get a feel as to sort of whether I like what I'm doing, and I do. So I'm going to start committing and sticking things down properly. So I've pulled all the embellishments off, and I'm going to go back to basics and start with my photos and those frames that I pulled out and just get those stuck down. And then I'm going to come back in with these florals and tags and other die cuts. I did pull out that fox, which was absolutely adorable and has absolutely, no relation to these photos whatsoever. But I just thought it was adorable, so I had to use it. So I've stuck everything down now, I think. There are a couple of gaps that I'm still looking to fill. And I struggled a little bit with my title. I did pull out some alphas that said "we are," and then I had family, sort of in the perspective below, but it just wasn't working for me. I don't think the gap was big enough, so I ended up taking those off. And I did actually spend so much time faffing about with other alphas to see what I could work, and just for whatever reason, nothing was really sort of looking that great. But I do come back in and just add a couple of other floral pieces just to try and get rid of some of that white space at the end. So there are a few bits that I'm just going to tuck in here. So I've got another sort of leafy part that I'm just going to pop behind that tag. And as you can see, I was still contemplating where to put my beautiful family perspective, but I do settle for positioning it at the bottom. So the last little bit for me on this page is just adding a tiny little bit of sparkle. So I've got these iridescent sequins that I'm just going to scatter around in a few spots on my page. But that is pretty much it for me today. I'll leave you with a photo of the final layout and some close-ups shortly. But thank you so much for watching today. If you do have any questions, please do just let me know. Drop me a comment and I'll get back to you on those. But yeah, this was super fun to make, and I'm so excited to be sharing a few other layouts later in the month, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye!